Hey everyone, we're going to be chatting with Brendan Bougie, who is the founder, I believe, of the organization Boujeeblock in Las Vegas, which is they support dance events, host dance events, classes, ciphers, everything. So we're going to chat with Brandon, and I want to hear, well, we're going to hear his story together. I chatted a little bit with him previously, but we're going to hear his story, how he came up with Bougie, what he's doing now, because he reached out to me about a contemporary and street dance event that's going to happen in Las Vegas, so blending the two worlds together. And I was curious about that as well, and what plans he may have for the future, and also what the Las Vegas dance community is like. So we're gonna focus on Las Vegas, I would say, for this interview. Oh, let's see.
Yo,
Hey, how's it going, sir?
good. Let me get set up real quick.
Yeah. Do your thing, do your thing.
How's it going? How's it going?
It's good, it's calm. It's funny. I was like, let me check my notes again. I was like, you're right, tonight, 6:30 p.m. And I was like, let me check in. Let me see if everything was still good, if you're still good to chat online.
No, yeah, I always appreciate you for checking back in. I appreciate
Yeah,
it
for
too. So
sure. For sure. But no, I'm good, man. How's your day been? How are you feeling? You
good,
know?
good. I haven't been doing too much, so just relaxing. I'm glad that we get to have the conversation today. So yeah,
Yeah. I know we were talking previously, and for everyone here that's listening, so this interview, it'll be focused more on the dance community in Las Vegas, because I will be speaking with Brandon, who is, from my understanding, the founder of Bougie Block. Would that be
yes,
correct?
yep,
Okay. Okay. And a little bit of context of why this interview is happening is Brandon reached out to me about an event he's hosting called Socks, which is and again, correct me, update me if I'm saying this
you're good. Yep,
incorrectly. It's an event in Las Vegas, which is bringing the contemporary world and the street dance world together in a competition setting, a battle format. And there's prompts, did you mention?
yes,
Prompts are
yep,
involved. And then you were asking me about, hey, like, would you be open to coming to Vegas and guest battling and such like that?
right,
Um,
yeah.
and then we talked about that and with the possibilities of the future. And I would love to come out to Vegas because I've never really connected with the Las Vegas dance scene. So yeah. Anyway, so that was some context, and we started talking about kind of where you were coming from, where your background is in dance, and
Yep.
about where you wanted to take socks and also I guess bougie block in general, where you want to go with that.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so here we are, and yeah, I'm curious to hear your story of how you where you began, because I was kind of I mean I was looking through Instagram and I was looking through the bougie block and you've had this since 2021, right? Bougie block.
Yeah. I would say,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
About like middle or end of 2021, kind of.
Hmm.
But I think the year of 2022 was like when we really started kicking the sessions off and like it got consistent. So the whole year of 2022, we were just doing sessions pretty much every week at the park and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. And
Yeah.
I know you've had some, like when I went on the website and even just going through like the playlist, like you've had MT Pop teaching or there. I've seen Les Twins teaching, right? Workshops.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
photo of MT Pop was he was teaching a workshop over in San Diego, but
Oh,
he was just wearing our merch, right? So
oh,
it
okay.
was
Got
dope. But yeah, we've done a collaboration workshop with Lay Twins. That was dope. We've had some dope people like Queen P,
Hmm.
Um, John Bugs, we've done a workshop with. So a lot of different names. But yeah,
Yeah.
just in an effort to expand, you know,
Yes.
street
Yeah.
dance
So
for the
from
Vegas community. Yeah.
so it sounds like you Bougie Block is a really a big promoter of the dance community, the street dance world, and spreading, like you just said, sharing it all over Vegas.
Yes. Yeah. And like, yeah, over Vegas right now, but the bigger picture is definitely like worldwide and just getting the word out in street dance in general. Like yeah.
Mm. Okay. Dope. So I would love to begin in the beginning of your journey. How did you get into the dance world? What did you see? Yeah, we want to
Yeah.
start there.
Oh yeah, so it was like still feel like I'm pretty new to dance compared to others. I think I've been doing it for 6 or 7 years now. So started like 2017, so maybe longer, but maybe like 2017ish was when I actually started.
Mm.
But I think a little bit before that, I was a Lay Twins fan for a while, maybe like a year, if not more. But because of what I saw when I was watching World of Dance NBC,
Mm.
which is like when they first made it into a TV show, with
Yes.
like J Lo, Neo, whatnot. I wasn't really into dance at all, other than like job walkies from way before when my sister would play it. But yeah, I think that's what caught my eye, and not even really intentionally watching it, but it was kind of more so just on in the background.
Mm.
And I like really liked what I saw from Lay Twins when they did their
Mm.
performance, right? And they went on to win the competition, so that was cool. But I
Yeah.
definitely became like a fan. Did more digging as far as like YouTube, their battles, and through there, I think I found like just the street dance community in general and what freestyle was,
Mm.
other styles, other dancers, all that. From that, I think I joined my high school dance team, like
Mm.
junior year. So maybe it took about 2 years after like I was like a fan of dance to actually involve myself in it. But that was more like team competition choreography, so there wasn't really a aspect of freestyle or street dance in it.
Mm.
So that didn't last long, but I did find like local dance studios and stuff like that where I actually could go train freestyle and whatnot, which I think my first freestyle teacher was Joe Styles. So
Ah.
it's dope
Okay.
contrast as well because the first time I seen Joe Styles was in that video of him and Lay Twins going at it, like in the parking lot, right?
Oh, was this so you saw the footage before meeting Joe Styles? Was
Yeah,
this okay?
I was
Okay.
like, this is crazy, right? But no, it was actually crazy because he was like the one guy that they would have teaching freestyle at the local studio. So it was like,
Mhm.
yeah. And from there, I just kind of went to battles. Um, yeah, I think that's mostly it for my um, upraising in dance. I feel like, and what got me into it. But that's like the most of it. I feel like.
Okay. And now you started going to battles, but at the same time, were you also taking classes, different outside of street dance as well, or were
Yeah,
you only
I would say I actually started more in the choreography side. Just being
okay,
in the studio, that's
okay,
the majority of the classes that they would hold. So it was more like industry, hip hop, choreo, and
okay.
stuff like that. I think it took me maybe like a year longer to actually get into freestyle, go seek out people that were teaching privates and throwing sessions,
Hmm.
and whatnot.
Okay, okay. So then where does Bougie Block, where does that idea come from? How does that arise into existence?
So I think a little deeper into like battling and whatnot. Maybe like a year and a half in at this point. Like I'm starting to lab more. I have a dope little group that I'll lab with like every week. It was the homies Chris and Magoo. So they would Chris is like a Vegas super long time Vegas crump guy. Um,
Mm.
and
Mm.
Magoo was coming from like PA tri-state area
Mm.
in light feet. So it was a really cool mix of people that I got to start
Mhm.
labbing with and kind of develop my style in. But from there, I think I did uh, get hungrier to like session with more people and see what a big session was like, because I hadn't really experienced like a cipher or anything outside of like just labbing with a group of two, three, four, right? I
Right, right.
wanted to open it up as well, and just like dance with more people. I think that was really the root of it.
Hmm.
In that, I think the first thing that came to mind was to publicize it and just to kind of make a flyer and just let people know. Like that's like the only way I kind of knew, I guess, is like to make something and put it out there, you know?
Hmm.
So people
Okay.
got interested and like it wasn't anything literally, just us at the park, 9 p.m. to 11, jamming out with the speaker until it dies pretty much. So
Right, right.
that was the essence of it. And I think the what really uh brought the spark and I feel like we caught fire is because it was like around the same time that a whole bunch of people got moved here for the brand new Awakening show that they were doing, right? Um,
Oh,
Pretty much in the creation process, and everyone had just got moved across the country pretty much to come and dance in Vegas, right?
hmm.
So they're looking for communities and stuff, but it's also like a lot of street dancers, like a lot more street dancers than we're used to seeing in a show. So it
Wow.
was a really dope mix of people that we got to start having at the sessions. I think a lot more than we would typically have. So it was just perfect timing, you know?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay. So this at this time, it's just still sessions in the park.
right. Yeah, for like
Oh,
a good year, solid year. I think we would like switch to the studio sometimes when it get cold or hot. But at that point, we had like a little bit more leverage so that we could get like a partnership with the studio and whatnot, and they were more open to like having us in the space. So that was dope. But yeah, good year just running sessions. But it was, man, we would throw exhibitions
yes.
at the
Uh-huh.
session. There were a couple times we did some groovy crew stuff at the session. So it was really, really, really dope. Like,
Was there like money, like prizes and stuff, or
no, no,
okay, just battle.
super,
Okay, just for
all free, just super. And I think that was like the essence of it too. Is just it was just dance, you know, like the purest form of it.
right. It's funny because it was in a sense like you manifested in some sense it. You were doing it just because of enjoyment, but now there are workshops, there are battles, and there is money, correct? That you
Yes, yeah, yeah,
right. So
that,
it ended up transforming. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
definitely. But
Wow.
all in the the idea of just like wanting more uh for the community and for people like me that were looking for things like that, you know, like yeah.
Okay. So where is so now you've had you've hosted events, like you even sell merchandise as well, right?
Yeah, that's like a main thing. I'll go straight back to like running the events and stuff.
Okay.
And
Okay.
good does good with, getting the word out and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay. And now and you've also have different types of events, of Bonnie and Clyde, crew battles, and now the socks event. If you
Yeah.
want to share more for the public of and about what's the intention with the socks and how event and how many is this the first one? Is there multiple?
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, it's kind of where the contemporary dance world meets the street dance world in the form of like our most familiar format, which is a battle, right? At least here in Vegas. Yeah, like I think we have a very strong contemporary scene
Mm.
in Vegas, and even when we have like battles, like our first Friday battle, which is like more of like the late night one, very industry because everyone comes after the shows and
Mm.
held at the local dancer owned bar.
Mm.
So it's dope, but it's a lot of like the contemporary peeps that are coming to watch and stuff, and they really participate in the
Mm.
culture a lot, and like I think it's dope, and I think a lot of them they come up to me and they're like, we want to battle and stuff like that, and then on top of that, like there are some that do battle in some of the open style stuff, and it's like so dope to see
Mm.
their approach. Not necessarily like that there is a contemporary approach, but I think there are like contemporary aspects of dance that we don't see as often in like all style battles or whatnot, you know?
Ooh, what are
Um,
some of?
yeah,
Let's.
yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what are some of these qualities you see that differ when a contemporary dancer enters an all-style battle versus a street dancer entering an all-style battle?
There's like an elegance for sure, but also like an explosive athleticism,
Mm,
especially like flexibility as well. Um, and I think they just approach it very differently because there's no like freestyle battle. I think they know freestyle even as improv, you know? So it's like
mhm,
very different. And I think it comes more internally than externally. But also you have all the external traits like the flips and the leg in the air and all of
mhm.
that. So I think it's just very interesting, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you see more contemporary dancers now entering into the battle scene in a sense? Do you see that's where like a progression of that, increase of that in Vegas?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that I would hope for that. I would just want more people to be encouraged to hop in that space because I feel like it's a battle. Of course, there's that intimidation factor that everyone gets a little scared of, but it's really like a self growth opportunity. I feel like more so,
Mm,
and opportunity to like push yourself and test your limits, kind of as well. You know, and a platform at the end of the day to like be seen for your talents and whatnot. So
right.
yeah, definitely that, but also I would hope that like more freestylers, quote unquote, go and participate in like the contemporary stuff as well, you know, because I think there's some
Mm,
things to pull from their side as well, that could benefit us.
nice. So you're promoting crossing of both worlds.
Yeah, yeah. Just the exchange of perspectives, I feel like is like yeah,
Mm,
is
okay.
important, I think.
Nice. What would you say? I know we just said like the crossing of both worlds. Um, is there anything else you would like to see with with the event socks? Like where would you like to see it into the future?
Yeah, I because I do feel like even just contemporary and street dance, that's like a small two boxes. I feel like it can go and grow outside of that, and even be something that just represents more so being able to move from the soul and from like a deeper space. Yeah, I think encouraging that message even is deeper than trying to combine two worlds of dance. I think
Hmm.
even that could be a deeper message and could create something like larger. Like I know me and you were talking about the experimental stuff,
Mm.
and I just think even that kind of idea, um, it's just like very limitless to me, and it's like it's
Mm.
another aspect that could like help us express deeper. You know what I mean?
Do you see other events similar to what we're talking about in the USA?
Yeah, because I,
What?
I definitely was inspired by other events.
Hmm.
Like the first one that comes to mind and definitely like heavy inspiration was the Galen Hooks freestyle roulette.
Okay. What is that? Can you share a little more context on that event? What was that?
So there was only YouTube videos, so I'm not super like sure exactly what it was, but to my knowledge, you had two dancers, right? And you had a prompt on the screen, and the dancers would exchange, right? But given who was throwing it, Galen Hooks is very like famous choreographer and stuff like that. So it was just a lot of people there, um, or like the convention kids, I guess you could say,
Okay.
more
Okay.
so than like freestylers. Even though we did have like a Jalen over there, Et
Yes.
was over there, so it was dope. But it was a freestyle competition, right, with prompts pretty much.
Okay.
I think they did heels category. feels category, which I guess was like slower, and then the thrills category was more amped up, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. But was it just like a one-time thing, or was this an event that
I
continued?
don't know how many times they did it, but I know they don't do it anymore.
Okay, got it. So,
Yeah.
okay. So it sounds like there like events happen, but then they kind of no, there isn't a space anymore for street dancers and contemporary dancers altogether. Like
Yeah,
a
and I don't even know if that
continuation.
was necessarily the
The idea, that wasn't
initial.
the emphasis, right? The
Right.
focus,
Yeah.
right? I see. So I always wondered that. Why isn't there something continuous? Like for example, I know we talk about experimental dance. Like when I think of um, you're having dancers of studio, contemporary, street dancers, everyone mixing together with prompts and kind of pushing the typical, the format of competitions and styles. I think of experimental events, and I know in Europe that's much more popular, and people that come from the contemporary world, like they'll battle someone that's a breaker, and they're with prompts. What? Why do you think we don't see that as much out here in the USA? Like, why isn't there? Like you're building it, you're doing it, and I hear like I was talking to Madeline. She wants to do. I'm gonna say it out loud. It's all good. It's you're gonna have an event anyway, so more people can know. Madeline wants to do an experimental event, in LA. I've heard kind of some experimental stuff in Texas, I believe. I don't know. I hear little things,
Yeah.
but what are your thoughts on this? Yeah.
I feel like there's not like much of an emphasis on freedom in dance as much as there is in Europe, I feel like.
Mm,
I feel like that's like a big aspect of their dance and like their philosophy. It's just like very rooted in being like free, whatever it means to them. But I think something like an experimental battle, like you could see that more and you could open yourself up to more like different possibilities. I think I don't know. I also feel like even with all styles, people entering all styles battles, I feel like it's already like kind of experimental for them, given their style, and like the fact that they might not be like represented too well in the music. So I feel like maybe people are scared of that fact. Maybe they might not be represented well in the music, but
mm,
even
mm,
then, I think the concept of experimental is just to like expand the freedom, and go
I see.
past like limits. I don't know why we haven't seen much of that here. I definitely like have never been to one. I've
Mm.
definitely seen some clips in Europe, but I think the closest that like I've seen in the U.S. is probably like the Unimate battle is pretty dope.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You were at Udemy.
No,
Ah,
wish.
okay.
But
Yeah.
definitely was watching closely. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes. That's a whole other topic of animation and
Right.
robot. That their animation, yeah, that's going to grow into something. It's like a hot topic, I feel.
Yes,
Animation
definitely.
right now, recently, in the few past years and now for sure. Okay. All right. Back speaking about the Vegas community, what should people, because I know people that have been to Vegas and, Joe Styles, you're saying, and
Yeah.
I've seen Dredd over there and
Right.
saw Jesse Sykes was over there as well.
Yep.
What can you tell people about the dance scene in Vegas for people that haven't been out there? Well, what would you let people know? Or how would you explain it?
Uh it's tough. It depends on what you want to know. I feel like there's so many pieces to it, but I definitely don't feel like there's like one place for everything, right? Which
Mm,
is something I'm trying to build for sure, but there's just so many different aspects
mm,
Vegas scene. Like you have the industry side with all the current shows and whatnot. You have the studios. But I
mm,
think like if you're talking about the street dance scene specifically,
mhm.
it's just still growing. I think it's kind of like in a rebirth phase.
Ooh, a
Um,
rebirth. Why
yeah,
rebirth? How did it die?
I don't know. I guess quarantine and stuff like
Ah,
that. But even before then, like when I was kind of coming up into the dance world, like 2019 ish, right? There just wasn't a lot of battles or anything like really for you to go to, you know? There's more annual stuff rather than like a monthly thing. Especially because at the time I wasn't 21, so I can't go to the monthly first Friday
oh,
battles that we have, you know?
I
That's at
see.
the bar.
God,
But
I see.
yeah, like a rebirth, I say, because especially after quarantine and stuff, like there's just like a hiatus. I
Hmm.
feel like what we've created with the sessions and stuff, and knowing that there's all these dancers here and shows and whatnot, like I think people see that there is like community now, so I think there is more happening, but it's just slowly building. Like
Hmm.
it's not like Florida or like a Texas, you know, because
Hmm.
they're very like strong out there. I feel like they have a lot of organizations that throw
Hmm.
like solid stuff every year, you know.
I see.
But here it's just yeah, we're just working with what we have, kind of.
I
Definitely growing still as far as like everything. I think even more so in terms of like the community.
hmm.
Like that's something that I feel like we don't have too much of yet. I feel like it's like you can say like a solid 20 people that'll come back like uh to events like for sure.
Ah, to an
But
event.
maybe to an event or even a session like the number goes lower, you know? Like
Hmm.
or you throw a street dance class
Yeah.
and there's like 3 4 participants. And it
Hmm.
doesn't matter like who. Like we've had Toyin come and teach house, and like 2 people come to class, you know. So it's like
Interesting. Huh.
it's also I think where the class space is at, and just like a lot of the community in general, it's younger, right? So
Hmm.
there's more of like a clicky aspect in the sense that they want to go to like the stuff that their friends are going to.
In
Um,
the dancers, you're saying that
yeah, yeah.
they
It's
want to go
more
to.
hobby. It's I don't know. It's like it's more of a hobby almost.
Ah, I see.
Like there's not we don't have any of a young community. I feel
Like a
like
current
very
generation of people that are training, in sense,
we
or
do, but not in like street styles, but
wow.
that's not their fault. I think it's just we don't emphasize that here as far as like the people who are doing the teams and that are like in charge of the youth right now. You know,
I
it's
see.
more about the competitions
Hmm.
and like the state competitions, the choreography stuff. Like yeah,
That's what people are really putting most attention, energy into. Most people.
yeah, like
Yeah.
no, like there's like
No
what
big
I really
jam.
envision is like a versus style, you know, like that's like
Ah,
what I see as like
like bougie block kind of transformed, like in that sense.
oh
Like
hopefully yeah, but like in a sense of like just
just
being
having.
able to establish like the appreciation for street dance almost.
I see. I see.
So I don't know. I guess
Wow.
going back to that question, it's like what could I say about Vegas? I just could say that it's still growing, but it's a super duper crazy place. I don't think it's like any other place in the sense that like we have so many heavy hitters out here. You know, like
Mhm.
just really top level like legendary dancers, like from
Mhm.
Prophet John, John
Oh,
Buggs,
yeah. Wow.
Jesse Sykes. You said like
Yes.
even like Crumpers. There's a big crump scene out here, so there's a good mix of everything. It's like a melting pot for sure, especially with the people we've had come out here for shows and stuff. So it's dope, but it's still definitely growing as far as like the community aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So It sounds like Vegas is the place where, the shows, the performances, so a lot of dancers are coming to Vegas because of work.
Right?
And do you see it, does it seem like it's gonna grow? It is growing? It's in that progression?
Yeah, yeah,
It is growing.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with consistency and just people knowing that there is somewhere to go
Hmm.
for like street dance stuff is like a big part of it. But I would say, yeah, I do think that like there needs to be more kids though, for sure. Just
The youth, somehow getting them more involved.
yeah, yeah, and just like building the next gen for sure.
Mhm. Okay. Where do you feel, because you do both studio, the choreo scene
Uh-huh.
and also street dance. How do you feel with, like, do you kind of, how do I say? You just jump into both. You're like, how is that balance, I would say, for you?
I think it's super dope for me. I feel like it keeps me connected. More in the sense that I feel like in the choreography scene we have more like younger people,
Hmm.
and in the freestyle scene a lot of the people are older, right?
Hmm.
I would say like 25 and under is mostly like the choreo scene, and 25 and over is mostly the freestyle scene, and that's like a pretty good representation number, I feel like.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't really like do much choreography anymore, but I do film for
Oh,
my
okay.
local dance studio, so I'm still there every day, and I'll hop in a couple of classes. But I think it definitely keeps me connected, and I feel like there are some advantages that I get just from hopping into like some classes every now and then.
Nice.
And I feel like there should be more like cross connection there from people who want to battle, um, to take class and vice versa, you know. But
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
it's nice though. It's nice.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Do you have a crew of your own?
No, I mean, anytime I enter like a jam, it'll be under Boujeeblock. Usually, if it's like a crew, but other than that, I just rep with Custon, Team Custon.
Ah, yes, but we talked the right. Right.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. Nice, man.
but that's
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Is there anything you want that, we haven't touched on about yourself, or you would want people to know about you? For anyone that may, this might be their first time getting
Um,
to know you. Is there anything you would like to let people know more of you?
I battle. I battle too. I dance too. I definitely am like just as much a dancer as I am an organizer, I feel like. So I definitely want people to like know that and remember that. 22 years old, so I definitely want to like keep building this and keep this going on a consistent basis so that it can grow into something that represents like street dance culture accurately, whether it's Las Vegas or the USA or the world. You know,
Hmm.
I just want to keep like street dance alive and like make it cool
Hmm.
to people that think it's corny and like yeah, I don't know. I think there's like so much that street dance has like done for me personally, for my life, my personality, my character. So I just want to like share that, and I like just really have a passion for like battles and stuff like that. Like gives me that feeling, you know. So yeah.
Nice. Is there any battles that that you're like, man, I gotta like, I want to compete in this specific battle, or like, is there something? Yeah.
Oh man. I think Red Bull right now is kind of one of those
Ah, you
things
want to
that
get
a
into
lot of
Red Bull?
people look forward to.
Oh, okay.
I think the experience that you get, just like the treatment that you get from Red Bull is just super dope. And I think they give you like a lot of dope experiences more than anything. Like I've been to a couple of dancer styles with homies that have competed. Um, Also, just like go watch, and I see like the way that they take care of the dancers. So I think it's just like super dope, and I think it would be cool. You know, I think it'd be fun more than anything. Like I think it's cool with the crowd vote and all that. Like I think people think too deep about it sometimes. Just have a good time.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you. I went to the one they had in Los Angeles. They had Team Red Bull versus Team
Oh,
USA.
I was there. I was there.
You
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Nice. Dude, that
no,
was
yeah, I was
good.
there with my girlfriend. That was like probably one of the top dance experiences I've ever had. As far as
Nice.
like who was just even around when you like turn your head, it's just like so many
Yeah.
dope names that you see just on YouTube and stuff like that. It's like especially internationally, like a
Yeah.
Rubens. I know they're standing next to Silent for a couple of seconds. I was like, oh, this is crazy. But it's dope. They spend a lot of money flying a lot of people out. But
You,
I'm glad I was there, man. Glad I was there.
that
Because
that's
when else would you get to like see all those people?
that's what I'm saying. I was like, what there had that all of those people together, that must have been the first time for a lot of them. I don't
Yeah,
think I have never Storyboard P, Havoc, Slim Boogie, everybody, the whole team, the
yeah.
whole everybody.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that
Well,
battle alone was just had to be there.
dope, dope. All right. Is there any questions or anything you want to ask me? Because I know I've been asking questions and kind of sharing. You've been sharing a lot of kind of where you're coming from. But is there
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shoot. What I guess here's something like what is something what is something that you feel could be part of an event that could help you unlock like more freedom in your dance? Like what is an aspect of an event that has helped you before?
What's an aspect of an event that has helped me feel more free
Yeah.
of an event? When we say event, do we mean like competition or performance or
It could be both. Could be either or.
what's a quality in an event that has helped me unlock my freedom? I don't know. I don't know if there is an event that has unlocked my freedom because for me, most events had rules that I had to
Mm,
follow, so I
right.
couldn't unlock it because I had there was already rules placed. So, but I mean,
Or has helped you explore deeper. Maybe that's different.
an event that has helped me explore deeper, I
Yeah.
would say there was an event that has helped me explore deeper. Maybe I haven't been to many events. I don't know. I feel like I put more like for instance I don't know like there was an online event. It was a finger tutting event.
Mm.
It was like international, like everybody all over the world submitting videos, and I was really invested in creating something different for that. Maybe because it was an online format, maybe because you can prepare. So that setting, the ability to prepare, allowed me to really paint a picture how I want. But you know what? Now that I think about it, what has helped me? I have one now. The
That's
like
dope already, though.
I have it's that whole the first time I saw it, I would call it the Battle Fest vibe. The Battle Fest rules, where you pick music and you're kind of showcasing against the other person. They pick their music, you pick yours.
That
I
exhibition format, right?
Huh?
That like exhibition style format.
Yes, I feel that has allowed me to be like, oh, okay, what is the world that I want to create with my like? How can I express myself? Versus, yeah, there's music, but maybe that music doesn't really relate to how I feel. So I would say that sense, like and on the specific event it was either I don't know I think it was CJ Ray's event where it was called Extinction. I
Was it
believe it
versus
was.
Arsenal?
That's the
Or
same
I was like
event,
a
but
second.
it wasn't that one, but it was that it's
Okay,
that's the same. Yes, pretty
that was
much.
like second or third take, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
But that's that vibe where it's like people want to see you do something
Showtime.
exactly.
Yeah, that definitely puts you like in a different mindset,
Yeah.
especially with being able to choose music and all that. Like it's
Yeah.
easy.
What would be cool? I would love to see. Just to throw it out there,
Yeah.
technology to see how a dancer could use, because we have dancers use hats, dancers use props, use their shoes, but I want to see it go even further. Like what other props could people use, and could even technology be used to influence your dance? Like imagine
Ooh.
you had a project, like someone's like, I picked the projector as my prop. You know what kind of crazy stuff you could do with lighting
Have
if
you
you.
have you heard of damn, what was this show called? Particle Inc.
Particle Ink? I don't think so.
You should definitely look it up. But it was a show here in Vegas. They did it twice for like a good amount of time each time. Um, but it's literally all light projection. And Jesse Sykes was in it. They had Crush in it. They had Dread in it. Midas,
Wow. Okay.
Joey Jam, like, and they pretty much like are dancing with the projections on the wall, and it's all timed and choreographed and like
Nice. See,
wow.
so please send me information. I could find that. I would
Yeah,
somehow.
there's also this other show too called I forgot what it is. Illuminate, where they have like
Yeah, the suits,
suits.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
something like that, right?
So stuff like that,
Technology.
which exactly. So I think you know what like I'm saying is like battles that are starting to form into literal performances that can be sold to the public in a sense.
Ooh,
It's like that's what it's turning to. It's turning into a in the realm of like street dancers, we're battling, but in the bigger picture of it, it's actually a show.
performing
The audience
entertainment.
has no idea if it's the audience wouldn't have no idea. Is this a battle? It's a show to me.
Right.
So I feel
Unless
like
you call it that, right?
yeah, like and that also brings me to it would be really cool to see more of the general public, the viewers of the dancers, to see the people that aren't dancers to be the population. Kind of what Red Bull, I guess, does. They
Oh,
bring
like a
in
crowd vote sense.
not the crowd vote, but just being able to bring more of the general public to
Oh,
the event.
yes.
Because I see a lot of
Muggles.
because a lot of muggles.
Yeah,
Because it seems like a lot of dance battles typically have dancers that are the audience that are watching.
200%.
It's everyone in there is everyone that does it.
Yes.
So,
That's like very much our battles over here, I feel like. Other than when we get to do it on like a big night like First Friday
right,
during the arts festival, then we'll have like some people come and
yeah,
watch and it's a spectacle. But other
right.
than that, it's like, yeah,
Yeah, no, and that's how it is in LA too. That's how it is.
right.
It seems, but it just going off of the idea of props and becoming shows and yada yada. But
Dope.
yeah, that would be my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, Brandon, if there's anything else you would like to let people know, but if,
um,
last I like to ask people this question actually. This is a question I typically ask at the end is for people that were watching, what is something you would like them to know? And it could be people that are watching this later, people that don't know you. It could be dance related and it doesn't have to be dance related. But what is something you would want to leave people with?
yeah, like I said earlier, I battle still. I'm a dancer just as much as an organizer. I definitely want to let people know as well, from watching anywhere, that I really am looking to grow the scene here in
Hmm.
Las Vegas, and I feel like one of the more important things to do is bring people from other scenes to not only come and share, but to expand their network of students or just people
Hmm.
um, that are involved in street dance. So if anyone is ever interested in coming to Las Vegas to share, teach, battle, judge, like definitely hit me up and let me know. Like I think yeah, there's definitely something in it for everyone.
Hmm.
Especially just we're kind of an under how do I say under resourced community in a sense. We have a lot of heavy hitters here, but they're all in shows, so it's very hard to get access
Right.
to people, right?
Right.
So we still need um, a lot of teachers and a lot of people that are willing to like put on their styles. Like
Right.
there's a lot of styles that also don't exist here in Vegas at all, like
Hmm.
turfin,
Okay.
uh, electro,
Hmm.
light feet to a certain degree.
Hmm.
Even the hip hop community is not really one here. So I think
Wow. Hmm.
really encourage anyone that's interested to just hit me up and let's make something happen so that we can get you out here.
Right. Start planting the seed so that in a couple of years it grows more.
And Vegas is the hub,
It's like we need everyone to out here. Come out here so
right?
we have to be everything isn't built already, but that's the great thing because it can become
It
built.
is being built
So,
right now.
yeah, I
Even
see.
on top of like the street dance scene, like there's really a lot of industry opportunities for anyone that's willing or looking to make like dance a real career. Like
Yeah.
I think Vegas is like the best place probably as far as like making it consistently work, you know?
Question: what is, if you're aware of that, you might not, I'm not, we'll find out if you know the answer to this. What is the theater scene like, put like, like contemporary theater, even maybe art scene like in the sense out there in Vegas?
I couldn't even really tell you. I'm not super familiar. I know they have the Smith Center. I think is like the theater kind of. They have
Mm,
Nevada Ballet, um, which is more I feel like those type of theater performances and whatnot. But other than that, I'm not super sure.
mm-hmm.
I know like for our scene, the main thing that comes up for performances is choreographers carnival. So that's like the closest
Oh,
thing we have.
that's in Vegas. That's out here too. That's
Yeah,
isn't that
they're
New
doing
York,
one.
LA? Okay.
Yep, they do one. They're doing one in December.
Oh, okay.
Not sure exactly when, but yeah. As far as like contemporary art, I don't know. I'm not super sure. I
Okay.
think it definitely exists.
Mm,
Just given like Vegas, I think it's very like heavy in art and culture. Like we have an arts district and stuff like that, but
mm.
I'm not super sure in terms of like dance and whatnot, you know?
Gotcha. All right. Well, man, thank you for sharing this information. And,
Oh, thank you for having me, man. This is the dream for sure. Super dope.
yeah, I hope we connect in person at some time.
Yeah,
I
sooner than later,
def,
for sure.
I definitely, now we've talked, it kind of motivates me even more, making it happen, going to Vegas, having an intention, you know.
Yes, yes.
So,
And man, we could really use someone like you out here. Just to like
hey,
you would like fuck some people's head up.
for
It would
sure.
be awesome, dude. Yeah.
For sure, Brandon. Well, I hope you have a calm night, and we'll chat. We'll stay in touch, man.
Yes, definitely stay in touch, man. Thank you for having me again.
So take care. Take care.
Yes, you too. Peace.